It also plays music.
It also plays music, huh?
I am not kidding you.
What does it say? Awesome hat. Nice, bro.
Well done.
Very nice. We have the Shriner. Shriner hat. What kind of hat is that? Is that like a sideways pimp hat? Oh yes. The cowboy hat.
The story I'm going to tell you is about a poker game, and it's in a completely dark room. There are no windows, and there are 4 players in this poker game. There's Santa Claus, there's a high-priced lawyer, there's the Easter Bunny, and a low-priced lawyer. And there's a big pot builds up, and just before everybody shows their hand, the lights go out, and it's completely black in that room for about a minute. When the lights come back on, the pot is missing. Now, from those facts alone, can you deduce who stole the pot? The Santa Claus, the high-priced lawyer, the Easter Bunny, or the low-priced lawyer? Does anybody care to hazard their opinion on that? Anybody? The high-priced lawyer. You were right, the high-priced lawyer. And do you know why? The other 3 are figments of your imagination.
You know what?
It's not the environment.
Okay. Do you want to know why Building 7 fell down?
Why?
Because they didn't have a fire department.
They didn't have a fire department.
That's all it is.
Who didn't have a fire department? New York City?
New York City has a fire department?
FDNY?
Right. Okay. So they were in Tower 1, Tower 2. They fell down, all right? Havoc breaks loose. We'll get to that later, all right? I promise.
So you're saying that because
I'm talking about
fire,
Tower 7.
you're saying fire caused it?
Look, all right?
Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Fire caused it?
Fire?
Okay. Impossible.
No.
No. Count twice.
Science tells you it's impossible that fire caused it.
Can I just say, I'm a structural engineer, all right? I've been studying...
You'll be knowing one day that fire cannot cause it.
Can I just talk?
Yeah.
All right. I went to the National Fire Council, all right, in Ottawa. This is where we approve the building code, all right. They have this facility there where they have this big furnace, all right. They put a column in, all right. They give it building loading conditions, and then they set the whole thing on fire. I want to tell you something about steel, and this is backed up by the science, and I can assure you this. I know this is an argument from authority, but if you want, look it up. I'm serious. Just look it up. Don't believe me.
So you're saying authority is now saying that, that it shouldn't melt, but this is you. I am absolutely no. I'm just wanting to make sure that I understand what you're saying.
No argument.
Save the questions for the end.
I want to let the truth speak for itself. What I'm saying is that when you heat steel up, it doesn't matter if it gets to the melting point.
It sags.
As it goes up, its heat goes down. It's a curve like this.
It sags.
Right.
It doesn't melt. Do you agree?
I agree.
Do you agree it doesn't melt never?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it does melt if you get to the same, if you get to a high enough temperature.
Eventually it does, yeah.
Yeah,
If it gets
but at what temperature does it melt?
higher than the stuff that was burning.
Well, let's say, okay.
I'm not talking about it melting.
The structural integrity does falter after.
And when it melts like that on one floor or 10 floors or 20 floors,
Can I tell you about how we
make the
design
building go down on its own footprint?
Can I please tell you how we design buildings? No. Can I tell you how we design buildings? I know how we design buildings. I have a book this thick that shows me how we design buildings. All right?
Do you know that buildings, where's the greatest path of resistance on the building? Where's the greatest path of resistance? Do you know that?
Can I finish? I'll get to that later.
Let us finish. Hold that.
I'm talking.
I'll write it down.
You are
You should be
talking.
able to know now what's the greatest path of resistance. Is it sideways or towards
That
exactly?
depends upon the material.
No, it never depends. Where is it?
It's an engineer.
Please let me talk. This is literally what I've studied for the last 5 years.
Does
right?
depend on the material.
Please,
La vérité.
just let me talk.
La vérité.
Sideways, where a broom is going to fall down sideways, never towards the bottom.
Can I just talk?
Yes, you're talking to me.
All right. So what I'm saying is that when you heat steel up, even if it's only to 100 degrees, let's say, it loses about 50% of its strength.
I understand what you're saying, though.
Okay, this is what I'm saying is that.
That's why you're on YouTube.
Okay, all right.
What I'm saying is that when you expose a fire to raw steel, and we know that debris from Tower 1 and Tower 2 fell through the windows, we have this on the fucking, we have it on tape, right? You can look this up. Please look at
Yes, no, I don't deny it. There was 2 fires, yes.
Right.
2. One on
Comes
the...
through. All you need is ignition, all right? You combine that with a compromised I mean, the water mains went out, all right? When that Tower 1 and Tower 2 fell. That's fine. We built them on the infrastructure. So you got no sprinklers combined with no fire department burning for 7 or 8 hours. You know what time Tower 7 fell. It was a number of hours after, right?
5.5.
Right.
5 more, not 6. Less than 5.5.
5.5 hours
Less than
of
6.
structural steel being exposed to fires burning at 100 degrees, if not thousands of degrees, for 5.5 hours without any intervention. Our fire codes, we designed for fire departments. We say we have 1 hour, 2 hour ratings, all right? That's what we designed. That is the upper limit, because we assume there's going to be a fire department. 5.5 hours, which is what you gave me, all right? 5.5 hours, you expose steel. I know I have a
To fire?
Okay.
To fire?
It loses its strength. You got thousands of pounds dealing with greatly compromised steel over a long time. You know that time is all you need for a catastrophe. All right.
Well, here's the thing. The nanothermite, which I know your argument usually comes down to.
That just only happened on April 10th this year, so before that...
Yeah, so how do you explain for nanothermite being present in all 3 buildings? Is that what the theory is? Or was that...
No, the nanothermite was found in 6 different places around the New York on that day.
Okay, and you contribute some of that to building 7?
So nanothermite.
I don't attribute anything. All I attribute, yeah.
I was talking with Karen. I mean, she seems a different person.
Yeah, no, but that's usually it can get down to that. Usually, I don't even usually get to that point.
Okay, so but what is your theory? Okay, like we heard it, like
my theory,
thing, like,
yeah, okay.
And I understand the science behind. Well, I'm not a science person, but I understand that steel or whatever loses its strength as a structural. If it's holding up tons of stuff at a certain temperature, thousands of times. If it's getting hot, it's going to lose stability over at a certain point, and it's going to have to get.
If it's then, well, the American Society of Civil Engineers, who are an independent body from the federal government, it's unanimous agreement. They say all you need is fire and time to cause the buildings to come down. All you need is one fucking thing to fill.
Do you know how many buildings, how many steel structures have fallen due to fire in the history of the world?
In the history of the world, off the top of my head, I can name 3 or 4 different bridges.
Bridges?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm talking about steel structured buildings.
Steel structure, my friend.
No, but I'm talking about steel structured building.
I mean, here's the point. You can say something like fire caused a long-term weakening of steel structure that is ultimately caused failure. Or you can say, in terms of the Concorde collapse, you can say salt water leaked in through cracks in the poorly poured concrete to rust rebar that ultimately caused the tail structure to fail.
Alright, but if you don't mind me asking, but do you like understand, like do you appreciate what he's saying, or do you think...
I agree with everything he's saying.
Right. So what is the additional circumstance? You just think it's...
You're waiting for me?
No,
because really, no, I'm letting him finish, actually.
Yeah, I know that.
When he's done,
okay.
I'm going to have some things to say.
I'm sorry, I thought...
Whenever you're done.
I thought I was just...
Okay. What ultimately, my opinion of the whole 9/11 thing is that it's unnecessary to invoke anything more than airplane fuel plus everything in the office, all right, burning for at least an hour, maybe not an hour, half hour, whatever. All you need is bare steel, which was caused by the kinetic impact, exposing the raw steel. We know how 9/11, we know how the World Trade Center was designed. They sprayed on the fire protection. Kinetic impact, blast that all up. You have raw steel, thousands of degrees, it's going to weaken. All you need is one floor, all right? You get a floor coming above. You're adding... to be conservative, let's say it only fell 1 floor. You're adding 1/2 mv squared, all right? You have the entire weight of the building falling down. You're multiplying that by a factor of, let's say, 25. 1 floor, 2 meters, 4.9 meters.
Each floor was 4 feet deep and 1 acre wide.
Fine. So that's a lot of steel.
Of concrete.
Okay, concrete is steel. I know how it was designed. They have the concrete core. They have the girders.
No. The World Trade Center had a steel core and
no, it had a concrete core. You are wrong, sir.
Because they ball.
You are wrong.
There was one
right, but the